So good afternoon for most of you. Good morning for me on the West Coast. So I'm Ghada Osman. I am a psychotherapist and then also a yoga therapist. I have been a yoga teacher since 2000. I got my certification at the Kripalu Center. So since there are a few Massachusetts people here, both my basic level and my advanced level, and started practicing yoga therapy for mental health before there was really a field of yoga therapy. So I've been doing this for a long time, really appreciate the opportunity to do this, and really appreciate the opportunity to be here with all of you. Before we start, any concerns about coming down to the floor? And you can let me know either verbally, if you would prefer to put it in the chat for me, then that works as well. You can direct it just to me. Yeah, Corey.
I can get on the floor. I've had one hip replaced and the other one eventually is going to need to be replaced. So if I can do the thing sitting, I would prefer it, but I can get on the floor.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Sitting absolutely works. I like to offer options that work for people's bodies. So that was going to be my next question. So any concerns about sitting that anybody might have? And again, feel free to share them verbally or in the chat. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and sit comfortably, however that might be for you. And it doesn't have to be sitting in a particular way. So just notice for a moment what it's like to sit more comfortably. And that doesn't necessarily mean straight spine or anything like that for the moment. Just notice how your body wants to land, where it's tempted to land. And I appreciate seeing furry friends as well. And then once you've landed, however you mean to land, wherever your body is, notice how much of a shift your body would need to make in order to reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And notice that, and notice if that's where your body wants to be, or whether your body gets there and says, no, you know what, I'm working too hard right now. In which case, allowing the muscles to relax as much as they can right now. And then from here, I'm going to invite you to look at a point in front of you that's past the screen, if that's possible, so that we as a group are not creating a distraction for your internal process. If it's such that that's too much of a reach, then feel free to look at a point on the screen, but allow that focus to be at one point. And now from here, beginning to notice your breath. And again, just noticing it without doing anything with it. So noticing how the breath feels. And then gently allowing yourself to lengthen and deepen the breath as much as is accessible right now. And notice if you try to slow down and lengthen and deepen your breath, how different that feels from how you were breathing before, how much of a shift there is to get there. And if lengthening and deepening the breath feels like too much in the moment, again, not pushing, but just allowing the breath to do what it needs to do right now. And now from here, I'm going to invite you to notice the stability of your lower body. There may be areas of challenge. There may be things that you notice that you would rather not notice. And at the same time, your lower body is here in this seated position, creating that stability. And I'm going to invite you now to notice the flexibility of the upper body, perhaps moving it just a little bit side to side, gentle movement. And notice the flexibility there and that combination of the stability and the flexibility. Bringing the upper body to stillness and inviting you now to notice your core. So the core creates stability, but also creates balance, which is how we're able to sit up any amount. And it's the stability, the flexibility, and the balance that helps us move through both a physical practice as well as our day-to-day. From here, inviting you to take a breath in. And as we exhale, now bringing the chin to the chest. And once more, inhale, bringing the head back up to center, up to neutral. Exhaling, bringing the chin to the chest. And now this time, rolling your head so the right ear is over the right shoulder, noticing the sensations on the left side of the neck. And from here, rolling the head, chin comes to chest, and over to the other side. Left ear is over the left shoulder, noticing sensations on the right side of the neck. Going through a couple more times at your own pace as you move, making sure that you're taking long, deep breaths, not being so concerned about what part of the breath lands with which part of the movement, just allowing the head to go from side to side and being aware of the sensations in the neck, in the shoulders as you move, but also being aware of what feels neutral. So for example, if you're moving and you notice more sensations on one side than the other, noticing also the neutrality. Where do you not notice sensation so much? Notice any sounds that might be happening, whether in your body from the movement or anywhere that you already were aware of. Next time when your head comes to one side, pausing here. And imagine that you have a soft object between that ear that's closer to the shoulder and the shoulder, and that you're gently caressing it with the ear. So moving the head back and forth. And now bringing the head to stillness and bringing your eyes to the screen for a moment to see where we're going here. Bringing the hand not on the ear, but on the back of that head, so kind of behind the ear. So I'm turning my head, but no need for you all to turn your heads, just for you to see. And then bringing the head back, and instead of pressing down, we're going to press up. So we're pressing the head up into the hand, and as much as possible, relaxing the shoulder that's closer to the ear. So inhale here, and as you exhale, press up. So press the head up into the hand. Notice sensations in the body. Notice your breath and how this impacts your breath. Notice any shifts or none. Releasing the hand now. Rolling the head so the chin comes to the chest, and bring the head back up for a moment and just be aware of where the body is at. Notice any difference between the two sides of the body. You may notice something, you may not. And now from here, bringing the chin to the chest again. Left ear comes over the left shoulder or going to the opposite direction, whatever that might have been. And notice for a moment as you pause here where that is. And then now imagine that soft object is between that ear and that shoulder, and gently caressing it with the ear, moving the head back and forth. Notice how it feels on this side compared to how it felt on the other side. Bringing this movement to stillness, the hand comes behind the ear and we're pressing the head up into the hand rather than pressing the hand down. So it's as if your head is trying to push the hand away. Shoulders are as relaxed as we can get them to be. Notice sensations on this side of the body. Notice your breath. And slowly releasing the hand, bringing the chin to the chest, and bringing the head once more back up to center, up to neutral. And now noticing the two sides of the body. You may notice a difference between them. You may notice a difference between this time and last time when we paused, or you may not, just being aware. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And then, yeah, moving the shoulders in any way that now feels natural for you, whatever movement it feels like they might need. Notice again any sounds in the body. So sometimes we associate sounds when we do things as, there's a problem here. And sometimes they're an indication, but sometimes it's simply shifts in the body. So just noticing whatever comes. And then when you're ready, transitioning back to stillness. And from here, bringing the arms out to the sides. And then inhale, and as you exhale, bring them in front of you, clasp the hands and press out. Inhale, bring the arms up, reach up. And then exhale, keep the arms in here and relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, arms come to a T. And exhale, really press out. So as if you're trying to elongate, as if you're trying to touch the walls on either side. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the palms together in front of the heart center. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And going through the cycle again. Inhale, bring the arms forward. And exhale, clasp and press out. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, keeping them here, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, arms come out to a T. Exhale, reach through the fingertips. Inhale, arms come in. Exhale, palms come to the heart center. Slight shift. Taking a breath in and a breath out. I'm going to invite you now this next cycle to notice whatever movements might have stayed in your mind, even if it's just one movement, and going through with that, whatever parts of the cycle. So I'll go through. Feel free to go with me, but feel free to just go with whatever you would prefer and whatever resonated more with your body. Notice your body as you move through. Notice the stability of the lower body as much as is accessible. And notice the flexibility, the movement through the upper body. Notice any elongation through the upper body, sides, the back, anywhere that you notice. Releasing your hands down to your lap, taking a breath in and a breath out. And then taking a moment to shift your seated position if you would like in any way, if there's some other way that feels more comfortable to make a shift. Her body is yearning to shift positions. And then from here, inviting us to take a breath in. Exhale once more, bring the chin to the chest. And now from here, we're going to clasp the hands together and bring them to the back of the head and allow the weight of the hands to press down into the back of the head. So I'm just raising my head a little bit so you can hear me more easily, so I'm not muffled for you. But using the hands, pressing them down, elbows come towards each other, tucking the chin into the chest. Noticing sensations in the back of the neck, maybe in the shoulders. Inhale, bring the head up once more, elbows come apart, and use the weight of the head to lean back into the hands. And you may be looking slightly up, you may be looking more forward, whatever works for your body better. Exhale once more, tucking the chin into the chest, elbows come towards each other and using the weight of the hands to press into the back of the head. Twice more here. Inhale, come up, tilt the head back, elbows apart. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, pressing the head down. From here, now engaging the torso in the movement, first unclasping our hands and bringing them either by our sides, on our lap, whatever works. And now curving the entire spine so that we're more in a cat stretch. So curving. And then inhale, shoulders come back, arms come back. Exhale once more, bring the chin to the chest, hands to the lap and curve. This time, hands stay where they are as you inhale, bring the shoulders back, lead with the chest, looking forward. And exhale, curve back. Last time, inhale, leading with the chest, shoulders come back, look forward. And exhale and curve back. From here, bringing the spine back to neutral. And now moving the torso again any way that you like for a little bit, shoulders, torso, whatever your body is calling for. And then coming back to neutral. And beginning to make circles with the torso. They can be as small or as big as works for your body right now and works for the way that you're seated and where you're seated. So feel free to make the movements a little smaller, more like this, or feel free to make them larger like this, whatever works better today. And then in your own time, shifting directions whenever your body feels ready to do that. And coming back to neutral. Inhaling, bringing both arms up once you're at neutral. And now exhaling, bringing the left hand onto the left leg or the side of the chair. Right hand comes behind you. If you're on the floor, it comes to the floor. And if you're on a chair, it comes anywhere near the back of the chair that works for you. The most important thing is making sure that both hands have landed somewhere. It doesn't really matter where they land, but that they're on something. And then inhaling, reaching the crown of the head up any amount. Exhaling, using the right hand to also help you with leverage to twist a little more to your right. And your head follows the twist. So I'm just turning so that you hear me better. Allow your eyes to also be part of the twist. So really bringing them all the way over to the right. Notice your breath. From here, undoing the right hand, so moving it from where it was. And then now the left hand, come back to center, arms come up. And when you're ready, shifting over to the other side. So right hand comes on the leg, on the chair, left hand comes on the floor, on the side of the chair, back of the chair. Most important thing is that both have landed somewhere. Inhale, reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, using the left hand now as leverage, twisting to your left, any amount, engaging your eyes all the way over to the left. Taking one more breath here. And then releasing that left hand, releasing the right hand. Inhale, come back to center, arms come up. And release down. Once more, taking a breath in and a breath out. And now bringing your awareness to your lower body. So if you are sitting in a chair, looking down at the feet, and as much as works for you, having both feet on the floor or on something, if it's hard to access the floor. And if you're in a seated position on the floor, bringing the soles of the feet on the floor. And then for all of us here, taking a moment to notice the contact between the feet and wherever they're contacting. And then bringing the hands underneath or next on either side of the right leg. If it works to clasp them underneath, then doing that and lifting the leg to get there, if that works. Otherwise, on either side of the leg. Inhale here, exhale, lifting any amount, foot is flexed. And lowering down. Switching sides, hands come onto the left leg. Inhale here. Exhale, lift any amount, foot is flexed. And lower. Back to the right leg. Hands on either side, or if it works, claps underneath. Inhale and lift. Working on that strengthening. Exhale, lower. And now I'm going to invite you to continue with the right leg as many times as your body feels like there's access, up till 5 times. So just lifting the leg and lowering, engaging that strength, especially the quad. Big muscle, very helpful muscle to strengthen in terms of keeping us going physically and in that connection between the mind and the rest of the body. Whatever helps us physically also helps us with the mind, with the emotions. Taking one more breath in and out once you've gone through the number that works for you. And switching to the other side. Hands on either side or underneath, and inhale and lift. Exhale. This time inhale here, and on the exhale, come up. And then up to 4 more times at your pace. Feel free to do 4 or fewer, depending on where your body is today. And once you've gone through the number for you, pausing here, allow your legs to come back to whatever position fits for you, taking a breath in and a breath out. Notice how the movement impacted your body, any physical sensations, as well as your body's temperature. From here, I'm going to invite us now to bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. And we're going to alternate slight movements here. So we're just going to flex the right foot. So not lift it, but just flex it. And then bring the left arm directly in front of us. Reaching forward through the fingertips of the left hand. And then releasing the flex of the right foot and releasing the left hand back down. Switching sides, flexing left and bringing the right arm forward. Reaching through the fingertips and lower down. Continuing now here at your own pace to flex the right foot, bring the left arm forward. Feel free to lift the right leg if you like, as we were doing, now supporting it with the right hand or keeping it on the floor. And lowering, switching sides, going at your own pace for a few cycles. Left foot is flexed, right arm reaches forward and lower. And continuing to switch at your pace, flexing one foot, reaching through the fingertips of the opposite arm. Two more times. And releasing, taking a breath in and a breath out. And from here, we're going to explore elongation and then explore contraction. So reaching out through the body. I'm going to first start by really spreading the fingers wide and notice how that feels to have the fingers really spread wide. So spreading them as wide as is accessible today. And now from here, bring the arms out and continue that reach through the fingertips as if you're trying to touch the sidewalls. And then maintaining that length and the expansion, so fingers are still like this, reach up. And now notice the extension through the sides of the body. Notice your body's response. And notice your breath, taking long, deep breaths. Your body may be tempted here to try to breathe another way, such as yawning, for example. Notice that. That's the body taking in breath as we reach. And exhale now, and we're going to come straight into the contraction. So inviting you to bring your hands into gentle fists and bringing them towards you, curling up. Shoulders come forward. Spine is curved, tucking the chin into the chest. Notice how this feels in the body. Notice how it impacts your breath, impacts your physical sensations. From here, we're going to shift into the expansion again. We're going to spread the fingers first, bring the arms up. It's like we're coming up and all the way up. Again, notice the impact on your body. Notice the impact on your breath as we do this. Long, deep breath here. Exhale and contract. So gentle fists tucking the chin into the chest. Again, noticing the breath, noticing the shift in your body, the shift in your breath, the shift in your energy, the shift in your mind. One more time, fingers spread wide. Arms come out, reach and all the way up. Really, really reach. Notice the elongation through the sides of the body, the back of the body, through the arms, the hands, the fingertips. And last time, contract. Gentle fists, bringing the body in. Notice the impact. Notice when there are times to expand, reach out, engage very strongly. And when there are times to contract, take space away from the outside world and make space for ourselves, for our being just connected, even for one moment, with ourselves. Taking one more breath in, one more breath out. Release here, bring your body back to neutral. Notice where neutral feels like it is right now. And from here, last couple of movements before we come into our contraction release sequence, I'm going to invite you to bring the right arm forward. And this time, we're going to bring the left hand out to the side. So it's as if the arms are in an L shape. We're going to inhale here, and we're going to bring the left hand to meet the right. So both hands are directly in front, and then exhale, bring that right arm out, left arm stays where it is. So the L's now on this side. Continuing here, inhale, both hands touch directly in front. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, both hands touch. Exhale, open right. This time we're going to allow the gaze to follow more directly. So as we inhale, gaze follows the right hand as both hands come in front. And as we exhale, gaze follows the left hand as the left hand comes out to the 90-degree angle. Inhale, left hand comes forward. We follow with the gaze. As we exhale, follow that right hand. And once more, inhale, follow the right hand, look forward. Exhale, left arm comes out. And this time, inhale, palms come together in front of you. Exhale, palms come to the heart center. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And now releasing the hands down, same movement now with the feet, bringing the soles of the feet back to the floor. So we're not going to come all the way. The feet are going to stay where they are, but we're just going to flex them. So we're going to bring the hands in front of us. And then inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that right arm out now just about 45 degrees. So not all the way out, but just about halfway, and flex the right foot. So sole of the foot is still on the floor, heel of the foot is still on the floor rather, but foot is just flexed so the toes are off the floor. Inhale back to center, foot goes back to neutral. Exhale, left arm comes out about 45, flex the left foot. And one more time, both sides. Inhale back to center, both feet are on the floor. Exhale, 45 degrees to the right, right foot is flexed. Inhale back to center, both feet on the floor. Exhale, 45 degrees, left foot is flexed. Inhale back to center, both feet on the floor. Exhale, palms come to the heart center. Taking a breath in and a breath out. From here, notice the body. Again, notice any sensations. Notice any shifts. Notice your body's temperature. Notice your breath. And now shaking out the arms in any way that feels natural for you, whatever movement your body would like to come into. And we're going to transition from here to our contraction release sequence to close our practice. So knowing that the body will be in a little bit of stillness now, and so moving any, sort of creating any release that your body would like to make right now. And coming to stillness whenever you're ready. So I'm going to invite you again to look at a point past the screen, wherever that might be. And while you maintain your focus on that point past the screen, or at least on the screen, but not looking, not taking in all the details, just at a singular point, I invite you to notice your feet and contracting your feet as if you're trying to pick something up off the floor, as if there is a pen on the floor and you're trying to pick it up as much as is accessible. So if that contraction doesn't work for your body, then just making it a very slight contraction or none at all, listening to your body, what your body needs. And taking a breath in. And a breath out through the mouth as we release the contraction. Bringing the feet back to neutral, back to normal. And now flexing the feet so the toes come in towards the body as we were just doing, but just flexing the feet, nothing else. Notice how that might impact the back of the leg. And then now, as much as works for you, tightening your leg muscles any amount. So back of the leg, front of the leg, quads, hamstrings, thighs, calves, everything, whatever access there is to tightening muscles there. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through, with a sigh through the mouth. Release the contraction. Bring everything back to neutral. Bring your awareness now to your glutes, to your buttocks. Contracting your buttocks tightly as much as you can. So contracting them tight, 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 tight. Inhale through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. And notice that lower body. Notice the upper body. Bring your awareness now to the upper body, beginning with your core, your abs, area around your stomach, and tightening those muscles really, really tightly as much as you can, as much as works for you. Tight, 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 tight. Inhale through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. And bringing your awareness now to your hands, your arms, making tight fists with your hands. Allowing them to remain in the fists as you rest them wherever works for you, and tightening your other arm muscles, whatever access there is to tightening anything along the arm muscles. Inhale through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. Finally, your head, your neck, your shoulders, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears. And tightening your facial muscles, so puckering up your eyes, your nose, your mouth, everything really, really tightly. Tight, 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 tight. Inhale through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. And release. Pausing here for 10 breath cycles. Allow yourself to count the breaths. So as you inhale and exhale, thinking 1, inhaling and exhaling again your time, thinking 2, etc. And if you lose count, just starting again at 1. I will bring us back when we're close to what typically is the length of 10 for a lot of folks, at least. And bring your awareness back now to your body, to your physical sensations, to your breath, maintaining that awareness of the breath, even if we're releasing the count. Noticing how you're feeling now and how you felt at the start of the practice. Anything that might feel different, whatever might not. Noticing without judging. Noticing what you would like to take with you for the rest of your day and what you might wish to release here, leave here. And now from here, shifting your gaze to the screen, to the group. And as we bring the shift back into our bodies, into the circle, bringing the palms of the hands together and rubbing your hands together. And once it feels like you've generated some warmth in the hands, so they feel pretty warm, bringing them either over your eyes or on your face, elsewhere, or anywhere on your body. Feeling that heat, that energy coming back into your body. Releasing that, and from here, bringing the hands onto the legs, rubbing the hands on the legs, any amount that works for you. Notice that sensation. And then releasing that and just bringing the hands onto your lap and noticing the shift in sensations in the legs, temperature, sensation in your hands, temperature as you release them. Notice your jaw and allowing some movement in the jaw, as strange as it might feel, and be, we're all in this experience together. So allowing that movement to be there and releasing that. And finally, once more, bringing the chin to the chest, rolling the head so the right ear is over the right shoulder. But this time now, straightening the movement of the head so that you're looking directly over the right shoulder. Notice what you see there. Notice where you would like to bring your focus in terms of what you see. What feels pleasant or neutral that you see there. Neutral is something that we often don't pay attention to. And neutral is exactly that, something that elicits a neutral feeling. So noticing what might feel neutral in that area where you're looking. And now rolling the head so the chin comes to the chest again, over to the left side. And again, bringing the head, rotating so it's the chin now above the shoulder area. Allow your gaze to fall on this side. Notice what looks, feels pleasant or neutral on this side that you would like to look at, to focus in on. And slowly bringing the head back to face forward. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And taking a moment to bring the palms together to the heart center. Thanking yourself for being here this afternoon, for making the time, making the space. Thanking the circle for being here as part of our experience. And in whatever way it fits for you, sending out warmth, blessings, whatever it might be that you wish to send out. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, for being part of our circle here. And I hope that you have as smooth a rest of the day as possible. And I look forward to connecting in May. I know, Melinda, that you typically have some logistics at the end.